This is all the luggage that I carry with me on my trips, and it doesn't matter how long they are, well, 1 day or 3 months. In this video, I'm gonna show you everything with more detail. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back, guys. I never considered myself as a pro rider or traveler, but I do have more than enough long trips behind my back, and I believe that the experience that I have might be very useful to some of you to optimize the luggage. In the last video, I mentioned that my entire luggage is 12 kilograms. If I include my tank bag, 15 kilograms altogether. A follower of the channel asked me to spread everything on the floor of my garage and show it with more details what exactly I use on each one of my trips. So it is not going to be on the floor of the garage, it will be this table, but I'm going to show you everything with more details as I promised. And as I said at the beginning of the video, the luggage is always the same. It doesn't matter how long the trip is, with one exception. When I don't need the tent, it will be without the tent. This means basically 5 kilograms less. So without further ado, let's begin. Let me first point you what is what, and then I'm gonna open each one of these bags and show you with more details. The first one are all the clothes that I need when I don't ride the motorcycle. Here is my tent and everything that I need. Sleeping bag, mattress, pillow, everything. This is my tank bag where I usually keep all of my electronics, cameras, DSLR, microphones, everything. Here on the left, this is my first aid kit, always stay on the top of the luggage, easy accessible. Rain jacket, all heavy dirty clothes like thick gloves, wind stoppers, thermal underwear, and things that I need when it gets really cold. And here in this corner are the tools and the things that I need while I travel. Air compressor, tubes, front and rear. This is some kind of powder that could be converted to a soap to lubricate the tire and remove it easy. Brake levers, brake pads front and rear, and all the tools that I need. In addition to that, I might have a little bit more things like extra cable, fuses and stuff like that, but they're usually in one very small bag with this size. Let me now open it, each one of this, and show you what I have inside. On the side of all of these things, I also have 4 waterproof bags that I actually use to separate this luggage in the bags and then put it in my saddlebag. Let's first start with the clothes. As I said in one of the previous videos, many of my clothes or tools actually got 2 different purposes. For example, this is some kind of sweatshirt that I use to walk around when the weather is cold or chilly, but I use the same sweatshirt as a mid-layer when I ride and the weather is cold. I'm gonna put it here. Here inside I have a shoes, very light shoes. Let me open it. Very light and flexible shoes that are basically always with me on my trips. Looks like I have to change it anytime soon, but I cannot find something similar. Here inside are all the cables and chargers that I need. Let me open it. Power adapter with 3 different Type-C cables that I can charge everything that I need. This is a power bank, another one cable because this is the old system that I need for my telephone. This is the charger for my DSLR camera, and this is a splitter because if you stay in the hotel room with only one plug socket, you can use this splitter and charge 3 different things at the same time. And I keep everything in this small bag. All right, the rest. These are all of my toiletries. It's a toothbrush, soap, toothpaste, dry stick. I don't have any shaving materials. I never shave on my trips. I don't need anything else than that. I'm not gonna show it to you. It's exactly clear what I have inside. So I have 2 socks here, 2 sets of socks, because in all of my trips I use only 3 sets of socks, but the 3rd one will be on me while I ride. Then I have 2 sets of underwear. I have 3, but 1 will be on me. 2 sets of t-shirts, and the 3rd one will be on me. This is what I have in the luggage. These are zip pants. The reason I have 2 with me because they are very light and I can remove the bottom part of the pants if it's too hot, and they are very light. They don't have much space in my luggage, and I have 2 because if one is, for example, dirty, I can wash it and use the second until the first one gets dry. So these are basically all the clothes that I need all the time, and in addition I also have 1 hat. That's it, but usually the hat is on me when I don't write. When I write, it stays in my tank bag. Now you can see how I use this waterproof box. Once everything is loaded, I can have it in this bag, and then this bag will be loaded in my saddlebag. I'm not gonna open the tent because nothing really to see inside. It is the tent itself, sleeping bag, pillow and mattress, inflatable mattress, all together around 5 kilograms. I also not gonna open my first aid kit because before every trip I have to renew it to check all the pills and everything that I have. But basically what I keep inside is one antibiotic, which is more like a white spectre, pills for diarrhea, some painkillers, and a few more tablets, but nothing really special. And of course a lot of patches and bandages in the case I have some kind of need of them. This is the rain jacket. I'm not gonna open it. It's a standard rain jacket. This comes from Revit, but you can use any brand that it's good for you. It comes with this nice bag and it's light, and usually I keep it on the top of my luggage, easy accessible. These are now my heavy duty stuff, like a wind stopper if the weather is cold, thick sets of gloves and thermal underwear. These are the things that I usually keep on the bottom of my saddlebag and use them only while I need it, when it's really cold. This is the air compressor that I use right now. I have another one with a battery, but this is more trustful source. The battery sometimes stop working, and on the cable I have this fast connection that I'm gonna show you right now. I can connect it to my motorcycle through this one here, which is already installed under the seat, and I can have the air immediately without the need to open the seat, connect to the battery and stuff like that. I unpacked the tubes for you, just a standard normal tubes, not heavy duty tubes, because the size and the weight of the heavy duty tubes, it's like double, maybe triple. And this is 21, this is 18 inch. This is a special tool that I need to remove the air filter of my Tenere on the trips. What I usually keep inside, it's like a 1 meter of cable and fuses. And this and the tire brake lever stay under the seat of my motorcycle. I'm gonna show you later. I don't plan to unpack it, but you can see they have a very special shape. These are actually KTM brake levers, tire brake levers. Very useful, they work fantastic. Two sets of brake pads, front and rear. And let me now open these tools for you guys. So this is everything that I have inside. 27 to remove the rear wheel. I have this extension pipe in the case I need more leverage, just like this. Number 17, 12, 10, a few more sockets and a small ratchet. And the ratchet has many different purposes. For example, I can use this one here. This is more like adapter. And then I can use it for this key to remove the front wheel. But I can also use it for this tool to remove the oil filter. So as I said, everything should have at least one or two different purposes, and only then you can minimize the luggage. This stay under the seat. I also have my Leatherman multi-tool that has everything inside, but it stay on the rear pocket of my motorcycle. It is not in this bag. The rest, a small screwdriver, a pile if I need to remove something, and this is a metal pin that I use to remove the rear brake pads from the place. This is something that I need. So these are the tools that stay in this small bag that it's actually stay always on my motorcycle, and this small box here. Here you go, everything inside, plus two sets of brake pads, front and rear. Now I can close it and stay like this. This is the place where I keep the tire levers and the oil filter tool here. Like this, I have this insulation underneath to prevent a circuit. And once I close it like this, all the tools basically that I need are always on the motorcycle, here and here. Now the tubes, the liquid soap and the air compressor are in this waterproof bag, and it usually stay on the bottom of my saddlebag. In my tank bag, as I said, it's my DSLR. It's a heavy and bulky, but I like it because I like making pictures to shoot in RAW and then edit it on Lightroom. It's part of the pleasure that I have while I travel. Usually here stays my DJI Osmo camera that I used to film right now with a small tripod. Stay next to the DSLR like this. And here are all the microphones that I need. These are from Rode. 3 microphones. I can film everything that I need. Plus I can film interviews with someone if needed. So now one microphone from DJI, the one that I use right now to record the audio. On the other pocket I have, let me open it like this. These are the extra batteries for the camera that I need in this plastic box. A few more cables, a few more spare microphones, but basically this is everything that I carry with me. Now I'm gonna show you how I put everything in the saddlebag and mount it on the motorcycle. For you it was only 5 seconds time lapse, but for me it was no more than 5 minutes to load everything inside and also tight it on the motorcycle. Because the bag has its own straps, easy, 2 here on the rear part attached to this plate, and each side has another one attached to the passenger pegs. That's it, because the bag has these big pockets on the side. On one of the pockets I have a chain spray. On another, something else, whatever you need to put in. You can always tighten it to the smaller size if you don't need to put anything bulky inside. And as I said, this is the only bag that I use in the last 8 years already. Never feel it on the motorcycle because of the shape that it has. And the tank bag. That's everything I have. There might be some small things like, as I already told you, fuses or cables or some additional spare parts that I need, depends on the trip, but more or less this is basically everything. The disc lock I keep here on this frame, always on the motorcycle, so I don't need to worry about it because it's a bulky part, so it stays here or on the disc where it's supposed to be. The remaining cable I keep here all the time, and when the bike is locked I just twist it like that and put it on my brake to inform me that the motorcycle is locked. The spare telephone that I have for navigation, it's always stay here. If I'm moving away, it is in my tank bag. When I'm able to find a hotel with parking or garage or something like that, what I do is just open the tank bag from here and remove only the bag with the clothes and cables, everything that I need to dress, to recharge my cameras and stuff like that. If for some reason I cannot find a good hotel and I have to leave the motorcycle on not so safe place, I can remove my saddlebag and take it with me, and I'm going to show you now how much time it actually takes, real time, without any rush. 2 straps on the rear and 2 on the side. I'll say less than a minute. And after that I can have it with me because it's not heavy, 12 kilograms, and go into the hotels or whatever I like. It is more or less the same with my tank bag. It has 4 fast connections. 2 here, 2 here. The straps are always connected here and here, so I can remove it or put it in very easy. Now, you don't have to be like me, but I like this minimalistic approach. I can squeeze it even more, and I will probably in the future, but for now this is the setup that I use, and it helps me cover thousands of kilometers on a few different continents. I'm sure that you can get some ideas for your luggage optimization. Press like or dislike, whatever this video deserves. If you subscribe, even better. See you in the next one. Ciao!